personal injury litigation, how does it work? How does it go? So people often have this big void in terms of, what is the process of the law if you get into a car accident and it's somebody else's fault? Well, the claims are made through the Court of King's Bench. Formerly the Court of Queen's Bench, but in Alberta it's now the Court of King's Bench, and you have to file a statement of claim. The statement of claim is that originating document where you set out as the person who got hurt what all your damages are, why the other person is liable. You're going to set out basically your entire claim, not evidence, but it's going to set out some basic facts of things, and that's what gets the whole ball rolling. Once that claim is filed in the court, and you only have 2 years from when you knew you had a claim against the person, so typically that's the day you're in an accident, you have 2 years to file the claim, and then you have a year to serve the person with the claim. When they're served with it, and you can do it right away, you don't have to wait that whole time. When you serve the person, then they're going to have, if they're in Alberta and it's not like a funny kind of service situation where you need to get a substitutional service order or they're out of the country, out of the province or anything like that, they're going to have 20 days to file their statement of defense. This is where they're going to come back and say, whoa, these are all the reasons why we're not liable. Or, because often, like when a rear-end accident, everyone knows the person is liable, but where they're going to dispute what your damages are, like how badly were you really hurt. That's the document that does that. The next step, once that's done, is we do something called questioning. They used to be called discoveries. They changed the name so it's fancier, and it kind of makes sense because instead of discovering information, we're just being blunt. We're asking you questions. It's a questioning. And it allows the parties to question the other side to get answers to decide if it's a good claim or what the specifics of the claim are. It lets you get information so when you go to trial, you're better able to address the matters at hand. The process can take time because there's a lot of paperwork that's often involved. If you're the person who is suing, if the person that was hurt, the other side's going to want providing affidavit of records, which basically means all the documents, the physical paper documents or videos or anything like that that you have in your possession or control, you have to provide them to the other side. So if you've gone to the doctor, they're going to want to see your doctor's reports to make sure that you're hurt. If you've gone to a specialist, the specialist reports. If there was an issue with the intersection in that day they got into an accident, they're going to see police reports, all those kinds of things. Now, your lawyer is going to help you out with that, and for personal injury, usually things are done under a contingency basis. We'll talk about that in another video, what that means, but essentially the ball part is that you're not paying anything unless the lawyer gets money for you, and it's going to be a percentage of what you get. The lawyer is going to take care of all of this. Your main thing is to try and get better and listen to your doctor and make sure that you're doing the best you can to recover from your injuries. The last part of the whole thing, if you're not going to trial, is a settlement. And I always tell people, make sure you're stable for 3 or 4 months. Make sure that enough time has elapsed that you know exactly the extent of your injuries. You know that they're not going to get better from this stage before you accept a settlement. Because once you've settled a claim, that's it. You can't go back to the other side for more. If you have questions, make sure you talk to your lawyer because, while people don't want to make a claim for personal injuries just arbitrarily, it can affect your future life in terms of cost of care or your inability to do certain things. So you want to make sure that you don't lose the ability to be compensated for the hurt and injury and damages that you suffer now and in the future.